Just imagine the wisdom we could glean from a woman leading Parliament.
No offence, my dear, but I believe there is a reason no woman's ever entered politics.
You're right. There's a very good reason indeed.
Pay him no mind, he's talking rubbish.
That much is certain.
Is it rubbish to believe that things are fine the way they are?
My dear fellow, that's rot.
Take a look around you. Are things really fine the way they are?
What about her? She could be Prime Minister.
Go on. You're embarrassing me.
I'd vote for you.
Enough now.
Listen up and listen good, because things are going to get ugly round here, especially for you. I mean, are you seriously guarding this, or are you just having a laugh? Because it's got me in stitches, it really has. You'll be laughing too, you little skite, with my boot between your fucking cheeks.
An imbecile could do your job! A distracted dog could do your job!
Am I supposed to just stand here and take it?
He said that he felt like he was Atlas, asked to hold up the whole world. He's mad!
The lizards are everywhere! Oh, Lord, help me. Am I one?
It's odd, I'll grant you.
There must be some explanation.
The Queen is not the Queen! She has been replaced!
Ugh, that bloody oaf.
How on earth is he still employed?
Blind luck.
He's gonna get someone killed.
Kill the lizards, kill the lizards, kill the lizards, kill the lizard, kill the lizard, kill the lizard!
He nearly did already. I've half a mind to drag him out and thrash some sense into him.
Free! I'm free! The lizards have all gone!
People see me lying here. They despise me. They pass by me because I'm poor and dirty. Or because I'm poor and dirty. I am very much relieved that I am not the one currently lying dead in a dirty street, in a pool of my own bodily fluids. I was a wealthy man once. I had a country estate. Where did it all go wrong? How did I end up here?
When was this one brought in?
I wasn't here, sir, but I'm told he was left on the front steps about 2 hours ago.
My God. In such a state.
My tale, and it is a cautionary tale for those who believe themselves immune to vice, as I did, begins not long ago in a public house not far from here.
Oh, well now. Aren't you just the most charming fella?
Only for you. You bring it out in me.
If you look at him or her, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's disgraceful.
It appears we both have our pleasant bits.
Oh, you cheeky bugger! I'll get you for that.
I mean, there are some things a man just can't tolerate.
Done the same. Where did you get that dress?
Oh, this old thing?
Very fitting on you, my love.
It makes me so angry.
Of course it does. It should. You're absolutely right.
It's not right, is it?
Tonight, then?
Tonight, and you won't know what hit ya.
I can scarcely wait.
That's what makes it fun.
See? Aren't you glad we slipped away from my chaperone?
A peneth of paradise, meat pies and spiced chestnuts.
I'll never doubt your wisdom again.
Hot here! Hot here!
Heavens, you're beautiful. Do you know that?
And yet somehow I never get tired of hearing it.
Quench your thirst! Sate your hunger!
Look!
What?
It's the spring heel tickler.
You're not enjoying a show with an empty belly!
Oh, she was as beautiful as a butterfly and as proud as a queen was pretty little Polly Perkins of Paddington Green. When he asked her to marry him, she said, "Oh, what stuff," and told him to drop it, for she'd had quite enough of his nonsense. At the same time, he'd been very kind, but to marry a milkman, she didn't feel inclined.
I just don't understand how poor people can be happy. They have to work, they have to raise their own families. How does one find joy in the toil of their everyday struggle?
A penny for me and my mum. Can anyone spare a penny? Give us a penny. Something to feed my child.
I couldn't tell you when I last ate. I sleep on the street with nothing to cover me. The nights are so cold. You know that as well as I. I'm desperate. I've sinned. I've drunk too much. I've gambled. I've stolen. But the good book tells us that all can be forgiven. I've made my peace with the Lord, and I'm ready to sit by his side in heaven. But until then, I need a little charity. Anything would help. I know you can hear me. I'm not a ghost. Not yet, anyways. I'm not a bad chap. Fortune just hasn't smiled on me as it has on you.
Without our privileges, we might as well be in trade.
Well, more to the point, the common people need someone to look up to. Who else is there if not us?
You're so right, and without us to show them refinement, the poor souls would have no joy at all.
It's a heavy burden, to be sure, but one we must bear.
Certainly, but we mustn't ever let them know how difficult it is.
No. We must appear as touchstones of effortless grace.
Oh, bloody charming. Poxy place this is. I knew I was insignificant, but I didn't know I was bleeding invisible. What is this place coming to, I ask you? I mean, what's the point of paying taxes when there's no bloody justice anymore, eh?
Why not allow factory workers to vote, farm hands, and even women whilst you're at it? I ask you. If that happens, the world as we know it will be lost forever.
Right, sir.
I'm telling you, people get used to misery. They end up thinking it's a virtue what'll help them jump the fucking queue into heaven. Then you get away from the shithole and all becomes clear as pig's piss.
You look like a lovely couple.
No, thank you.
I suppose you would like to see taxes abolished?
They're meant for wartime only.
A fine point.
We believe the government is failing its people.
Workers are treated like animals. Countless suffer from poverty.
Not us.
This city has no sense of right or wrong. The police are corrupt. The government doesn't care. The royals sit idly by and watch us suffer. This city needs to be in the hands of someone who will bring real change.
We have enough coin between us and
You know, I've been thinking. Yeah? What? What have you been thinking about?
Just all of it.
All of what? This?
Yeah, well, I think I'd be a pretty good ruler of it. We support the proletariat. Our philosophy consists of these... I can't believe it. How atrocious.
Yes, it is atrocious. This is the next generation of English men and women suffering for the sake of luxury for the elite.
What can we possibly do about it?
Are you affiliated with that Karl Marx?
What difference does that make? We are talking about the welfare of the nation and its people. Can you not see how important this is?
You know she doesn't deny it, dear.
Demand action from the Prime Minister! Demand action from the House of Lords! Break down the gates if we have to! We will force them to answer our cry!
I'm not interested in what you're selling.
We're not selling anything.
These pamphlets are free for those interested in true, genuine reform.
I'll take one. You both seem sincere.
Yes, they seem sincere.
Upon a plan that will render me as happy as a king. And if you will me allow, I will tell it to you now. The time you know is always on the wing. So work, boys, work and be contented, as long as you are not a boy, a male. And you may rely, will be wealthy by and by, if he'll only put his shoulder to the wheel. Well, fat will make you fat, nah, there's none game but that. Assist yourselves, fortune will help you. Your tears are all in vain, if defeated, try again. You'll find it all the better if you do. So, boys, work and be contented, as long as you've enough to buy a meal. Man, you may rely, will be wealthy by and by, if he'll only put his shoulder to the wheel. choice what can be demanded, as long as you've enough to boy and man. A man you may rely will be wealthy by and by, if he'll only put his shoulder to the wheel.
The truth! The truth! I know it, I do, and you do not. You do not know how to see what you should look at. You cannot hear what you should listen to. But I can. My secret, I'm not telling you. I know. It's infuriating, but it's legal.
Nurse, I'd like to review your report with you.
As you wish, Doctor. I've had 8 patients today. We were short-staffed, King.
Let's start with this one. The man who lost his leg in bed 17 still complains of limb pain.
We've administered morphine.
So give him more.
Doctor, the patient is not terminal, and, well, too much could prove dangerous. I've seen it before. The patient falls asleep, only they never wake.
Give him another dose. I assure you everything will be just fine. Yours are the only patients with complaints. Do you know why? Because the older nurses know their place and don't complicate caring for their patients with needless questions.
Yes, Doctor.
I've thought about it a good long time, and I've decided we're all going to hell! What's the point of waiting around and wasting our already pointless lives? We're all going to die at some point, so why not help things along a little?
One last thing. Inform the other nurses that the morgue is strictly off limits from now on. Apparently, someone's been stealing body parts.
How ghastly, Doctor. Who would do such a thing?
I don't know, and I'm not willing to speculate. Still, keep your eyes open. There's a lot of cranks round here.
I could tear a person apart limb by limb, joint by joint. Who shall be first? You? Come here, sacrifice yourself, and let me rip you to shreds. All the street rats will die tonight!
So she sent me out here to think about what I said. Looked me dead in the eye, Mum did, and pointed to the door. She thinks I've gone mad, I reckon. But they're real, I know it, I've seen them. And I ain't mad. You can see them in sunspots, floating on the wind. See? Just there. It's just disappointing. I'm not just doing this to show off.
You know how it is. Grown-ups just don't understand how kids think.
You're right there.
How'd you see them? The fairies.
There's another one.
There.
She's real, I swear it.
Oh, look at it go.
There!
Incredible! Well, you're just ripe for strange facts today.
So you do think I'm mad then? You know, I'm telling you all this for your own good.
All right. You're not a loony, but you sure do go on about strange things. Scares me sometimes. Fairies exist, milk makes you sick. What's next?
Well, I also think green fabric can kill you.
See what I mean? What you talk about is, well, mad. You're a good chap, Frankie, but people won't believe me if you go on like that.
But I'm warning the people of London. If I don't tell him, who will save him from eating plaster and exploding dresses?
Stop it! Get away with you, please!
If you insist. You're all right, Sam. You look as ill as me brother. Have you drunk any milk lately?
What does?
Our milk smelled awful bad. But then Mum put this white powder and stirred up the jug, and the smell went away. It's bad magic, and I think that's what's been making me brother ill.
Milk, huh?
That's right. Tell your mum you drink the milk, and then give it to the cat and see which one of you lives longer.
I suppose.
You look like a man in search of answers. Yes, you. Would you like to be able to commune with the other side? To converse with your dear dead relatives? My book offers full instructions on how to...
Push off! Peddle your damn mumbo-jumbo somewhere else.
Oh, but sir, the power to see beyond the veil.
You're a spiritualist, aren't you? All right, then. What's me dead ma thinking about right now?
Sir, spiritualism is a science, not a children's game. Now, my book will enable you to speak to your mother if you so desire.
Joke's on you, Fred. My mum ain't even dead. I'm a sharper myself, I know I've been hoaxed. Doesn't the Queen try to speak to her dear Albert? Perhaps you could sell her a copy.
You're joking.
Of course he is, you neddy.
I see now I've been wasting my time here.
But what? Where am I? What do I do on this earth? Help! Huh? Mother? Mother? Mother?
I'm nothing! I see that now! I see that now! I am absolutely nothing! Don't!
Oh, Britannia! Britannia, rose of eyes! Britain never, never, never shall be slain.
Landlord, all right!
Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never shall be slaves. Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never shall be slaves. Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never shall be slaves.
Oh, it's the latest news from abroad. Africa. Oh, interesting.
Do you really follow all that?
I find it fascinating.
The place names confuse me.
You just need to imagine a map in your mind. Don't you have any geography?
What difference can it possibly make?
It makes every difference. We're talking about the future of the British Empire. You should make an effort to understand.
I was thinking, all these great machines we have now, belching smoke and fire, what of the land? I hear tales of rivers gone black or red, ground where nothing grows.
Hysterical nonsense, I'm sure, propagated by those who failed to embrace and thus be enriched by modernity.
I suppose.
I hear in America they chew tobacco and gob. Like a herd of empty-headed camels. Would you believe it?
Seems appropriate. Let the Philistines have their cigars. True gentlemen smoke pipes.
What's the trouble?
It isn't trouble so much as disappointment.
Go on.
It's just always the same here, day in and day out. Grey in the morning, grey in the afternoon, grey in the evening. A touch of sun if we're lucky, but never more than a touch. It's all starting to make me feel a bit, I don't know, bogged down.
Come now, it isn't always grey.
True, sometimes it rains.
And sometimes the sun shines and birds sing. I'd say often even, more than you're willing to admit, I think.
We visited Spain once when I was young, Barcelona, and that city shines all hours of the day, a more pleasant place you couldn't imagine.
With such fond memories, why not return? Plan a visit.
Oh, to have time for such frivolity. But there's simply too much to do these days. The things one must sacrifice in order to keep up. The world's begun to move far too fast for things like trips to feel the sun.
Lovely day this is, wouldn't you agree?
I suppose.
You there! Sample a range of flavors! Enjoy Madagascar vanilla, Tahitian vanilla direct from French Polynesia, saucy French vanilla perhaps, or... All right then. Hello there! You there, Yes, hello! Come! Savor an exotic range of fine ice creams, the likes of which you've never... No? Vanilla ice cream! Nature's canvas!
Nature's canvas.
How you feeling? All better? Need me to face your doctor? I can hunt him up if you want.
No, I'm fine now, thank you. I'm feeling much better.
Good, good.
Oh, wait.
Shall I get you a pint of ale? Some curried mutton, maybe? All right. No ale and no curried mutton. Let's just get you home, shall we? How you doing, mate? Better now? Think you'll be able to keep the rest down? It's all over now. No, you think there's more to come? That's it. Let it all out. There's a good man.
Why did the Scarecrow win a Victoria Cross?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field. Outstanding in his field. That's a corker. It is, isn't it? Christ, I'm thirsty. Let's go easy. We got more work yet. Oh, sod it, yeah? Bloody hell. That's the stuff. My dad sent it down from home on Isla. So pity you can taste the dead druids.
I want to see, I want to see.
Get off me, missus.
Oh, you don't mind.
Actually, I do.
You can go to hell.
Wouldn't mind you climbing on me like that.
What kind of talk is that?
Don't tell me how to talk to people.
Everyone say it. You're making me ears bleed. Unbelievable. You can't see anything either.
We're too far away.
Oh, dear.
Were you looking at her bum?
What are you going to do about it?
Roger, leave it. No harm done.
Let's get a drink, shall we?
Why not?
I think I've got something here.
Well, play it then. Poor Stan's been waiting an age to show his hand.
6.
7.
Ooh, fancy. Stan, your response? The hand is mine, a bottomer, gentlemen. This is turning into a tiny little earner. Gentlemen, a toast. The Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen!
And long may she reign. Right, so, where did we leave off? I've forgotten what the last card was. The lady at clubs. Stan, you're in for
Rogers.
two. Rogers, that so?
He's right.
Oh well, my mistake.
Maybe. No. 4 of hearts.
Good show, Rog. Not the strongest play, but it seems to have agitated old Stan. I suppose it falls to me to finish the set and claim the end. Well, if I must, I must.
Cool on then. Show your card.
All in good time. King of Spades. Now, before you get upset, I want you to know...
Wait one.
Ace of Spades.
Oh, come on. Very well taken. You knew he had that, didn't you? All right. Deal. Astonishing. My old friends turning on me.
Bye-bye, Mum, Dad. I miss them. Something terrible. But I'm still here, and you need a nose. Here. One day I'll be big and strong, and I'll make the world a better place. You just wait and see.
I'm lonesome since I crossed the year and over the moor and valleys. Such heavy thoughts my heart did fill since I parted with me Sally. I seek no more to find and gay, for they but do remind me how sweetly passed the hours away with the girl I left behind me. Oh, now shall I forget that night when the stars were shining brightly and gently lent their silvery night to the night she vowed to love me. But now I'm bound for Brighton camp. Kind heaven then pray guide me and send me safely back again to the girl I left behind me. A golden hair and ringlets spell, her eyes like diamonds shining, a slender waist, her heavenly face that leaves my heart still pining. Ye gods above, oh hear my prayer, to my fair beauties guide me and send me safely back again to the girl I left behind me. I'm lonesome since I crossed the hill and over the moor and valley. Such heavy thoughts my heart did fill since I parted with me Sally. I seek no more defining day, but they but do remind me how sweetly passed the hours away with the girl I left behind me.
I say, excuse me, how much longer do you think this will take?
Well, we ain't going anywhere soon, I'll tell you that. Wheels
Well,
cracked.
you're blocking traffic for the rest of us.
I'm aware.
And what are you going to do about it?
Is there a problem?
Well, yes, madam, I'm rather afraid there is. Your man here is blocking the road and I've an important engagement.
Tell me, does my driver resemble Samson? Hercules, perhaps?
I beg your
Then
pardon.
perhaps you might stop haranguing my driver and let him
This
work.
dash thing moving. Now, you were
I
saying...
merely wonder if you think my man could simply lift the carriage and carry it to one side.
No, of course not.
Well, this wheel's well and proper stuck.
I don't care what he has to do, just clear the blasted road. I apologize for my outburst, madam, but I really must be on my way. And your man is working at the speed of cold molasses.
We were counting on your pay, Stephen. How are we going to pay the rent now? Did you think of that?
The painting office was a living hell, Mabel. You know it was. I'll find work elsewhere. There are so many positions open for a file clerk in this city. If I had your support...
Couldn't you find another job before giving up this one? Shouldn't have been too difficult, so many positions.
Now, see here...
Look, we have a little one on the way, Stephen, and he shouldn't have to go hungry because your temper got the better of you at the office.
You make a mockery of what I had to endure in that office by dismissing it as my temper.
What are we gonna
If
do
only
now?
you knew. But we will be all right. I'm as worried as you are, but we always find a way. As long as you're by my side.
I'll always be by your side, Stephen, but you make it so difficult.
I know I do, which makes me all the more grateful that you are and remain my wife. I'll find something else, I promise you that. The rent will be paid and the little one will remain unaffected.
Well, the situation is rather embarrassing, but I'm afraid I won't have the money for you in time. I'm a bit short, you see.
Embarrassing?
Sure you understand, can't do anything about it.
Can't or won't. My employer lent me 10 guineas. Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you. Now you come up with the money or I'll hang out your bollocks as bunting. Understand?
Can't, I need more time.
Come off it.
I won't stand for this. I'll go to the police. This is extortion.
Me?
Yes, you.
Me extort you? You're extorting Mr. Stevens.
It's his word against mine.
Oh, no. Mr. Stevens is an honest businessman who keeps clean books, and now you're coming up with all these mealy-mouth excuses. 10 guineas by tomorrow, or cut off your balls.
All right. Yes, that's quite enough. Run off to your master like a good bulldog. Go on.
You think it's clever to talk about me that way?
You and your master both.
There's no need to get nasty.
You think you can bully people because you're a striker?
I don't borrow money and then cry when I can't pay it back. Mr. Stevens would be well within his rights to let me beat you to a pulp. Think about that.
So, you admit it then? You're a brute who beats people over small sums.
It's honest work.
Your definition of honest.
You don't want to pay? That's your decision. Only yourself to blame if something nasty happens. Now look here. The concept of the secret ballot is far superior to the intimidation game we currently refer to as the electoral process.
Listen to you. Secret ballot. Next thing you'll be suggesting a vote for every man.
And woman.
Ha! Not that poppycock again.
Every citizen shall have a right to representation, to see their will reflected in our laws and know that their voices are heard. It is a mark of a just and civilized society.
The mark of anarchy and madness, more like.
Denying the will of the populace is what's mad. Why should we not all have a say in our own governance? What calamity do you fear,
That the
sir?
country would descend into chaos. Tyranny of the majority would see all we've achieved laid to waste as each man and woman declares their approach the
That's
best.
disingenuous, and you know it. There are still systems in place to guard against what you've described. The Houses of Parliament, the Privy Council, common sense, to name but a few.
This is Rich, the man who seeks to give everyone the vote, lecturing me on common sense.
I suppose we'll simply have to agree to disagree.
Now, I may have found us a way to get us out of this jam we're in.
What is it?
If we can convince John that June had been unfaithful, then he would petition for a divorce. Simple as that. And she would be free.
Convincing's not enough. He must prove her to be unfaithful.
Oh, come off it.
You know it's true. Court won't believe it without evidence. June, tell me you agree with me.
It doesn't matter. I won't ruin my good name. I don't care how awful John is to me. Now, James, there must be something, anything in the law that allows me a divorce while maintaining my reputation.
I'm sorry, it's impossible.
Is it?
I can't tolerate this any longer, David. We must free June from that abusive monster. Law be damned.
Agreed.
There's no way for June's reputation to be left unscathed unless she's deserted.
What?
If June were to claim cruelty, she would need firm evidence to support her claim, and in all likelihood, even then, she would still not be granted a divorce.
Talk of desertion. We all know that John will not leave of his own volition. Perhaps we might arrange for John to desert my dear sister.
Oh, Lord.
And June, I know you detest violence, but I can see no other way to help you. I'm sorry.
However John deserts is none of my concern. In my opinion, there is no other way for you, June.
I understand.
David, I think we can agree this conversation has never taken place. I wish you luck.
Lies can be found.
What did you tell her?
She doesn't know a thing, I promise.
Why must your wife always stick her nose into affairs that are none of her concern?
I can hardly blame her. You, on the other hand, should have been more careful about leaving your garments scattered about the bedroom. You jeopardized the both of us.
What can I say, Nevin? Really? It won't work.
Edward, what good does it do us to have a man in Parliament if he's ineffectual?
Try to understand.
Absurd.
He's only one man. I can't even ask him to address the issue lest I risk exposing myself. Then what would happen to us?
This will just go on and on, won't it? We're fated to hide forever.
If it's not our time, it's not our time.
That's not good enough.
And his cravat.
Really? He blew his nose into it? Oh, but we must not speak ill of the dead.
Of course. God rest his soul and all that.
So, your master is an expert shot?
His prowess may have been overstated. The press loves to embellish.
Agreed. It takes more skill to hit a man than an African buffalo at 10 yards.
You'll each receive a sum of £50. I trust it's enough.
My conscience won't trouble me. It's a simple enough thing to replace his cartridges with blanks.
Indeed.
It's settled then.
Consider it done.
Of course, I'll declare the killing lawful.
Everything must go according to plan.
About damn time. An execution is a solemn event. It shouldn't be treated as a musical variety act for the public to see.
It's not enough, if you ask me. Capital punishment should be banned.
On that, we'll have to disagree, mate. Some crimes can only be repaid with death.
Are criminals meant to be repaid or reformed? You think repaid?
Now, I don't want a philosophical debate.
That is exactly the problem. No one can agree on what to do with our convicts.
Keep them off the streets, that's it.
Yes, but then what? Do we want them to change for the better, or do we want to rub their noses in the mess they've made?
I wouldn't trust a criminal who said he changed.
That also is part of the problem. It'll only get worse now that we're not sending them across the sea anymore.
All right, that's enough.
Self-indulgence or restraint, man's justice or God's design. Have these fundamental questions been addressed by the so-called elite of our nation?